everyone, welcome back. As part of our RAP real time application series, we have covered everything, but we have pending with the BAPI uses. So, I have created the RFC FM, and that one I was not able to generate the class and the interface using ACO underscore proxy because of some error. Now, let us try that. This is the BAPI I believe we have created. For the delivery create we have done. If we just display the BAPI, yes, this one we have created. Now let us go here and we have to give the proxy class name CCL underscore. We can give this class name as wrapper class instead of proxy. This will be a wrapper one. We have to click on this create interface and see interface underscore BAPI create. I'm giving some random names here and see factory underscore BAPI create. And after giving these things, we have to select this class based exceptions. So if you are just by mis ignoring this or you have kept these classic exceptions, you will be getting the issue in your, like, the functionality wise it will be working fine, but if you do some kind of quality checks like your code inspector or some kind of things, you will be getting the issue if you select this classic exceptions. You have to select this class based exceptions, and we have to select this checkbox which is don't create shadows, and similarly we have to select this c1 release and create private methods and click on create. And again, I'm not getting the error. I believe the issue is something with this. It is remote, it should be remote enabled. And if I just activate it, it got activated. Now let me try it again. Now we are not getting the error. Earlier the error we are getting because the function module we have missed to make it remote enabled. Instead it was just a regular function module, but sometimes the ACO proxy will also give the error, like sometimes it won't be working, so you have to wait for some time and then you have to generate it. Now we have the class and all the things created, we got the message. We have to go and see whether these things are created or not. So we will be seeing whether we have the c1 release for these things whatever we have created, and we will be trying to use these things in our code wherever we were writing the real time application, and we will be trying to use this BAPI and create one delivery using this BAPI. I have opened the class and the interface whatever are generated. So if we observe, this is my ZCF wrapper and ZFAG BAPI create. And if I just go here and click on this API state, this is already released with C1 contract. So the class is already released. This one it won't be released because this is just a wrapper class wherever we are calling the BAPI. But wherever this factory class, right? This one it will be released, and interface also it will be released. If we just go here and API state display this one. So if it is released, it will show you display change that options. But here, if you observe for the wrapper, it will just add in ABAP managed database procedures, which is AMDP. So we have the things released by clicking on the checkbox where whenever we are generating the artifacts using ACO underscore proxy. Now we have our class already present. Now we have to write the code in our class. So I'm just reading the data here. After reading the data, I wanted to create the instance for calling the BAPI, and we have to call the BAPI and we have to check like if the delivery exists or not. If the delivery exists, there is no need to create the delivery again. So I will just check that also. So now what I will do is I will get the sales order from the keys because this is the key parameter into a variable which is lv underscore so. Now I will just fetch the delivery document, or else we can do it some other way, like we can just check, like select count. Using that count we can just check that also we can do, but I'm just going with this one. I'm using the CDS view where reference document equal to at the rate of lb underscore so we are passing the sales order number, and we are checking if the sales order for the particular sales order the delivery is present or not. Now I will just okay, this should be from the item. Reference document is not there. Let me check with reference hd document. Yeah, this one you can easily find because if you just go into this iDelivery document item and if you search for VBLN, this is the delivery document. So here for sales order, there is one more field. Sales document item type, this one. We have all the sales order related things. This one, VZBL. In delivery table, VZBL is the field which refers the sales order. Now I will write if delivery is initial, then only I have to create the delivery. So I will be creating the instance in the if condition only. Data of LO delivery. Now I have to use the factory class here. C fac. What is the class name? BAPI create. And if we just do control space, we will be getting the method which is create instance. And here we have the name which is destination, and I'm passing it as none. That's it. Now I have to call the I will just ignore this as of now, try and catch. I will just call the BAPI. How to call? We have to use the reference, and if I just do control space now, this is the BAPI calling. So I'm just doing shift enter so that I will be getting all these things. So here you have all the things as optional only sales order items is the mandatory thing, and you have to obviously pass the written as well. So now I have just uncommented this one, so it will expect the try and catch, try and end try. So I'm just introducing this try, and I have to do the end try after these things. Now I have to pass the data into this sales order item. So I will be declaring one internal table for LT return and one for the sales order item data. So let us declare it data of LT underscore return type. Instead of referencing directly, even though if you just refer them directly it won't allow you, so through interface we have to refer them. This is my interface, and in this interface if you just do control space here, you will be getting the names here. This is the BAPI rate too. I find it easily. If you are unable to find it, you can just go inside that interface and you can find it easily. Or else you can just go here, whatever the RFC we have created, and copy this name and search it in your interface. So you can just easily find the type even if you have some underscore or something. Now LT underscore SO type table of. Now what I will do, I will go here, and this is my type, I know, and I will go to this interface and search for this one. See, we have the type present over here. I have to use the interface. Even if you just give it like this, let us see how it will behave. I'm just doing full stop. It's not giving any error since I have stored this one in the local object. so you don't have any restrictions as of now, but you are working in your real time package which is not the local package. Things will change, so you will be getting the error. So you have to reference it through the released interface. So I have given this. Now I have to fill this lt underscore so. I will be filling here lt underscore so equal to, I'm using the new syntax instead of going with the old things. For I have the data in LT data, so I'm just using that. So here you have to fill the sales order and all the things. So to find out, you can just go inside this one. What is the name here? The name is ref underscore doc. So you have to fill ref underscore doc equal to from your ls data of your sales order. Reference doc is nothing but your sales order. And then for item, it is ref underscore item. So here from our internal table to structure, it will just act as a loop. It will not, in debugging you can't see, but it will just work as a loop. Like this for loop will run how many times you are, based on the number of records you have. If you had 10 records, then this for loop will be running for 10 times. Now I wanted to pass delivery quantity. Actually I have noted down the things whatever we need, like whatever the mandatory things we need. So delivery quantity is the one which we need, and we have some unit also there. I have to check that. From the documentation you can easily find what are the things you need. If you want, you can just open the documentation, and there it is clearly mentioned. If you want to use this one, what are the mandatory things you have to pass. Some unit was there. Yeah, sales unit and sales unit ISO you have to pass. Sales underscore unit ls underscore data of, and sales unit ISO. These are basically units. So I am passing the order quantity unit. That's it. So we have, okay, since this is the for loop for the table, I have to introduce one more braces here. If it is an internal table, we have to do like this. Now I will just pass the things here, lt underscore return, and here we have lt underscore so. Now at the end you can just write the code like, I'm just writing it here. If lt return has some error, then you have to pass the messages to your reported and failed. Else you can just display the success message, like kind of thing you can do. I will just write it quickly. lt underscore return. I know there is a type. If it is error, and if we have to pass the reported and fail so that it will display the error if anything is error kind of scenario is there. Else you can just display the success message whatever we are getting, whatever we were doing usually in our BAPI, like we were just storing the messages from the return, then we will be displaying, right? So the same thing here also we will be doing. Reported of, this is my entity bo value hash for ls underscore return in lt underscore return, and we are just getting wherever the type is equal to e, which is the type of error only we want, not warning and all those things. For ls underscore key, and just reading the keys, percentage tky, I have to fill ls underscore key of percentage tky we have, and apart from that I will be filling percentage message new underscore message. So in this one we have id, so the id we will be having it from the ls return. So id we have, and we have the severity. If you just click on this new message and F2, we will be getting all the things, ID, number, severity, V1, V2, all these things we have. It's not something we have to remember, we will be having it present. So severity, we already know this interface. If underscore abap behv message, and there we will be having the severity, and in the severity we will be having error information and all these things. So since if we are filling the return structure, we are filling as error, and number equal to ls underscore return of number, the number I wanted to fill, what is the message number, and v1 we have v1 equal to ls underscore return of message v1, and v2 equal to ls underscore return of message v2, v3 equal to ls underscore return of message v3. If you want, we can fill that v4 also, full stop. So we don't have any issues. So if you are working with the v4 version, then just filling the reported sometimes it won't work, so we have to fill the filed also. So that means the thing, it will be error and it will stop the execution. Filling the file is very easy, just you have to fill the percentage key. That's it. Percentage key equal to, I have the key structure, and from that I'm getting the percentage key unfilled. That's it. So now I have the reported and failed field. So if you want success scenario, here you have to fill the reported only, and here you will be putting the success instead of this error. That's it. Your success message will also be coming. So I'm just activating it. Once the code is activated, I have placed the breakpoint, and this is the preview. Let me click on go. So let me select this record as I have some quantity here, and click on this one. The debugger got triggered, and if I just execute LT data, we have one record whatever we have selected, and we have the quantity. Now we have to check if the delivery exists. We have already the delivery present, so it won't go inside, and it will just execute it. So let me just select one more record and just give some other number, and so that the quantity will be calculated. So once I click on refresh, we have the quantity available now, and I'm selecting this record. Let me see, like, for this record if there is any delivery or not. Again we have the delivery. Let me do one thing. I will be going to SC16 and LIPS table and see if we can check like that, or else we can just go here and we can check that way, or else I will just uh, what I will do means I will be creating the another delivery. I will be manipulating the data in debugging just in the purpose of to show you. So it will just create the instance now, and it will fill the internal table which is lt underscore so. We have the reference document and reference item, quantity and unit also we have filled. Now it will just execute the BAPI, and in lt return, let us see what it returned. Okay, it has returned no schedule lines and no instance. Okay, no schedule lines for this delivery font, so it just returned the error message. But whenever you have the sales order with no issues, definitely your delivery will be created. Since I don't have the data in this particular system which I can create the delivery, I'm not doing that. You need the sales order where you can create the delivery, and this code will work for you. I need the help of functional, so I'm not going to that extent to get the sales order. I'm just showing you the error scenario. If you have the right sales order, definitely it will work. Reported it will fill, and failed also it will fill. And if you observe here, I'm just executing. Okay, I have not executed it properly. Okay, now I have executed. Yes, we got the error message. Whatever are the error messages we have passed from the return table, it came up here. You can just pass the success message whenever the delivery is created. We can just pass the reported structure, so it will come as a success message. When the severity, you will keep it as success. So this is about the BAPI, how we can use the BAPI. So if you don't have the released things available, you can use the BAPI by creating the wrapper using the generated artifacts from the ACO proxy. But whenever we are going with BAPI, we have something prior we need to check instead of BAPI, which is BOI. BOI is a business object interface which we have to check first whenever we have something to create or to change, like wherever the BAPI comes in place, we have to check for the suitable BOI, and we have to make use of it if it is available. If we are unable to use it because of some issue like having not the fields available, or something it is private, or something it is for the internal purpose, we are unable to use that, then only the next option will be your BAPI using the wrapper and all. So this is the way you have to do. If you don't know about BOI and if you want the topic in detail, please do let me know in the comment section. I will be creating a video on BOI also. So this ends up with the RAP real time application series. We have seen multiple things whatever are infrequently needed for creating a RAP application. If you think that we need to cover some other things, please do let me know that also. I will be taking that note and will be doing the videos in future regarding that particular topics. So please do like, share and subscribe to this channel for more useful content. See you in the next video.